Well, this is the first job that my son has been able to see me do. And so I'm finally like, it's true.
So sweet.
And I'm like cool in his circle now. So even though he thinks I'm doing a show with furries, it's okay. I'm cool mom being on the show.
I just take it 1 hour at a time. Honestly, whether it's a bottle or Ken, they're all babies. They're all babies in my life.
It's been a little bit grueling because I do Sirius radio show in Chicago and New York, and then I usually take a red eye after Masked Singer back to either city. So I go back and forth. But I love the show so much that it makes it worth it.
And we're all mature enough in our lives and careers that we can see the icing on this cake, you know what I mean, and enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so weird. I've got a show at the same time in Australia right now, so I'm literally flying back every day from here. But I love it. I actually get off the flight and go straight to set, and then I see these humans, and then I'm like looking at stuff that's trippy on stage, and I'm like, this is cool. All right, I can do this.
My family is obsessed. My Canadian family and my LA, we have a group text of 15 of us that everybody is guessing, and nobody wants to have any spoilers from the East and West Coast time difference. So my family, it's actually been quite lovely because my father passing away a couple years ago, we haven't seen as much of the Canadian family, not as many visits and stuff. So that weekly text or that consistent conversation has been really, really nice.
Brought you guys all.
Yeah, it keeps us all close. Yeah.
It's one of our date nights. I mean, Donnie and I have quite a few, but no doubt. I mean, Donnie's does the countdown in the house. He's like, 2 more hours, 1 more hour.
Aww.
He is such a fan of the show. And then he also doesn't want me to tell him. He wants to play the game. So I love, when he gets them right, I'm like, but when he gets wrong, I'm like, so it's fun to play with him.
Not as much want, more that they were mistaken. Kevin Hart told me that his kids swore that he was the monster. And even when he was like, I'm not the monster, like, okay, Dad, we know you're the monster. It doesn't matter what you say.
Cute.
So some of those kind of things, but not as much wanting to be on the show.
I've heard, through my agents and stuff, that there were so many people kind of pressing and begging to get on this season. So I thought to myself, okay, good, it's working. People, even the celebrities can see that this show's awesome.
And they wouldn't tell us. Like if it was one of our friends under the mask, we're not supposed to know that. We are finding, though, the closer you are to Ken, the less chance it will be that he'll guess you.
Well, we top it by having more contestants, making the costumes even better, and also making the show much more difficult to play. They've made the clue packages more difficult, and the contestants are playing with us. Like, literally, they know the show now. Yeah. So they come in saying, all right, I'm going to mess with the judges and the audience. I'm going to throw my voice. I'm going to put on a whole different persona. So that's how you level up, for sure.
Definitely has been more difficult. Oh, please. It's definitely been more difficult this season. I think the show is just, it's on the tracks and it's running now, and they're doing a great job. And we're up there making fools of ourselves all afternoon. We're just trying to be funny and silly and have a great time together. But it really comes down to the format, the editing, the celebrities, the costumes. We're just lucky bystanders most of the time. Like I said, they're making it so much more challenging this year. They're changing their physical attributes. They're putting on bodysuits so we can't tell their body types. And they're even masking their voices more than last time. Like somebody that might be from London and is doing a southern drawl when they talk or do clues. So it's been very difficult.
You know what? I've asked him that.
In between tours, we gotta catch him.
He does. He goes from touring to Blue Bloods, but that is probably the most asked question I get of when's Donnie coming? He would be so awesome on the show. It's just timing. One of these days, because Masked Singer is going to last forever.